Today, we are diving deep into one of the wildest, most ambitious power plays in tech history. We're talking about OpenAI's multi-trillion-dollar strategy to lock down the one thing AI absolutely cannot live without: computing power. And trust me, this is way more than just a shopping spree. It's a calculated plan to completely rewrite the rules of the game.
So, to really get what's going on, you have to understand the world as it is right now. In this quote from NVIDIA's own CEO, Jensen Huang, it says everything. For years, one company and one company alone has been the engine behind the entire AI revolution. NVIDIA has been the undisputed king of the hill. But is that about to change? Oh, yeah. The ground is shifting right under our feet, and you can bet OpenAI is the one causing the earthquake. A whole new world order is being built, one silicon chip at a time.
Look, from the very beginning, way before ChatGPT became a household name, OpenAI was relying on NVIDIA's super powerful GPUs. That partnership was absolutely essential for building their incredible AI models, and frankly, it's what catapulted NVIDIA into the stratosphere of the AI hardware world.
But here's the thing. OpenAI's ambitions are just exploding. As they sprint towards what they see as the ultimate prize, artificial general intelligence, their hunger for processing power is, well, it's completely off the charts. Relying on just one supplier, even if they are the king, has suddenly become a massive gamble. They need more juice than any single company can possibly provide.
To really wrap your head around the scale of what we're talking about, you need to learn a new word. Forget megabytes or gigabytes. The new unit of measurement is the gigawatt. We're talking about the kind of raw power that can light up millions of homes.
And just to put that into perspective for you, a single one of these 10 gigawatt deals we're about to discuss requires enough electricity to power 8 million American homes for an entire year. The numbers here are they're absolutely mind-boggling.
So, faced with this insane demand, what did OpenAI do? They went on the biggest shopping spree the tech world has ever seen. They started signing a series of monster deals, basically creating a whole new alliance of chipmakers, all funded by OpenAI's incredibly deep pockets. So let's break down who they're placing their bets on.
First up, of course, they had to go big with the reigning king, NVIDIA. This is a $100 billion deal. Let that sink in. $100 billion for at least 10 gigawatts of power. We're talking somewhere between 4 and 5 million individual GPUs. This is a colossal project just to secure their baseline power needs.
But they didn't stop there. Not even close. Next, OpenAI went straight to NVIDIA's biggest rival, AMD, and signed a deal for another 6 gigawatts. And get this is the crazy part. They also got a warrant, which is basically a golden ticket to buy up to a 10% stake in AMD. So this isn't just about buying more chips, it's a brilliant strategic move to invest in the competition and hedge their bets. Then things get really interesting. OpenAI is also getting into the design game themselves. They've teamed up with Broadcom to create their own custom AI chips from the ground up. You know, think of it like this. Instead of buying a car engine off the shelf, they're building a bespoke engine designed perfectly for their Formula One race car. This is a long-term 10-gigawatt play to get a massive competitive edge.
And they're also making some savvy bets on smaller players. They dropped $10 billion on a deal with a company called Cerebras. Now, Cerebras does something totally different. They make these gigantic wafer-scale chips. Imagine one single, massive, hyperfast processor instead of thousands of little ones stitched together. This shows that OpenAI isn't just looking for raw power. They're also chasing specialized, next-level speed for very specific jobs.
So when you lay it all out like this, you see the master plan, right? It's a four-pronged attack. They're getting sheer brute force volume from NVIDIA. They're making a strategic investment and fueling competition with AMD. They're building perfectly tailored, custom hardware with Broadcom. And they're chasing breakthrough speed with Cerebras. It's brilliant.
So, with all these deals happening, you have to wonder, who got left out? Because the companies OpenAI is not choosing to partner with? Well, that's just as revealing as the deals they've signed.
Okay, so Amazon is very much in the picture. They've already got a massive cloud deal, and they're talking about a $10 billion plus investment, so it seems very likely that OpenAI will use Amazon's own custom chips. But then you have Google. Even though they also have a cloud deal, OpenAI has come out and publicly said, nope, we have no plans to use your chips. That is a huge public snub to a major competitor's key technology.
And that brings us to Intel. Talk about a company that completely missed the boat. Years ago, they had the chance to get in on the ground floor with a tiny, young OpenAI, and they passed. That one decision basically handed the keys to the kingdom to their rival NVIDIA. And now, Intel is desperately trying to play catch-up in a market they could have dominated.
So, why does all this matter? What's the big picture here? Well, this isn't just about one company managing its supply chain. What OpenAI is doing is intentionally kicking off a new AI hardware arms race, one that is going to completely reshape the entire tech industry as we know it.
So here's the bottom line. This strategy is crystal clear. OpenAI is making damn sure that they are never again at the mercy of a single supplier for their most critical resource. By locking down this unbelievable amount of diverse computing power, they are pouring fuel on the fire in their race to build artificial general intelligence.
And in doing all this, OpenAI has effectively become a kingmaker. Their trillions of dollars in investments are propping up NVIDIA's rivals, funding innovation across the entire industry, and completely redrawing the map of power in the tech world. The game is changing, folks, and right now, OpenAI is writing the rules.
Which leaves us with one final, really big question to think about. As one single company spends the equivalent of a nation's GDP to build a future of AI, who really gets to hold the power to decide what that future looks like for all of us?